Hey, Aces here, and in this video what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to make passive income online. So I know that this is a really popular topic and a lot of people are a little bit confused about passive income, exactly what it is and how they can actually earn it. So in this video I want to hopefully help you understand exactly what passive income is and also share with you 3 different ways that you can actually make passive income online. So if this is your first time kind of tuning into the channel and you find value in this video, I really would appreciate it if you go ahead and give the video a like, as well as you can subscribe to the channel because I'll be sharing more content just like this, in the near future. So go ahead and keep yourself plugged in by hitting that subscribe button. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so before we can talk about the 3 different methods that you can use to make passive income online, I first off really need you to understand exactly what passive income really is and also shake away some of the misconceptions that kind of surround it. So to really help you understand what passive income is, I really want to define what active income actually is, because it's not a term that's thrown around very often, but it's the way most people actually generate income in the world. So a perfect example of active income, guys, is a job, which most people have, right? So if you work an 8-hour shift in your job, guess what? You're probably going to get paid for 8 hours worth of work, right? So that's an example of active income, right? So you know that if you put in 8 hours of work or 12 hours of work or 40 hours of work, you're going to get paid for that amount of work, right? And so that's an example of active income. But what happens if you have to call in sick one day or you can't make it into work? Well, guess what? You're not going to get paid, right? And so that's why it's called active income, because if you're not actively working, you're not actively getting paid. So now that you understand a little bit more about what active income is, let's flip it to the other side. Let's talk about passive income. So passive income, guys, is a little bit different because basically what you're going to do is you're going to be leveraging some sort of an investment, a system, or a business to help you make income. So an example that most people understand is something like a rental property. So let's say I own 2 properties. One property I lived in, so let's say I owned one house, and then I have a second house that I use as a rental property. So let's say my mortgage on that second home cost me $1,000 a month. But I rent that second property out for $1,500 a month. How much is that difference, right? $500. So that $500 that I'm making basically as profit from that person, that tenant, right, that's living in that second home, is passive income because I don't actively have to work to make that income, right? So whether I'm sick, whether I don't show up or anything like that, that money is going to be coming in as long as I have a tenant living in that second property. Now, I do want to throw a little bit of a disclaimer here, because what a lot of people only see is that ideal situation where, like, okay, perfect, I can make $500 passively and not have to do any work. But what people forget is how I was able to earn that passive income to begin with, right? So for example, for me, let's say for me to be able to purchase that second home, I had to work my butt off to be able to earn the down payment for that home and then be able to earn that mortgage for me to be able to afford that second home. Now I'm actually making, I'm reaping the benefits of me having that second home, but I had to actually work my butt off to earn that home to begin with. And that's the part a lot of people forget, right? Because that's what it takes for you in your business online as well, guys. You need to put in some initial work at the beginning of your business to basically build up a system or build up a business, right, that is going to allow you to go ahead and actually make passive income. So now that we've talked about that, guys, I want to really share with you guys now the 3 different methods that you can actually use to make passive income online, but keep in mind that you're still going to have to put in some work at the beginning before you actually start making some money. So let's talk about passive income method number 1, audience promotion. So audience promotion, guys, is really straightforward when it comes to the business model, and it's something that you're probably actually very used to seeing, but you didn't even know that this is what it was, right? And so basically what happens here is that you need to build up an audience, and maybe an audience of people who are into a specific type of hobby or a niche of some sort, and then you can leverage your audience by getting advertisers or promoters to basically sponsor your content to go ahead and actually get paid, right? So the promoters and the advertisers will pay you, right? Basically get their product or services advertised in front of your audience, right? So a really obvious example of this, guys, is basically what happens on TV all the time, right? So let's say, for example, when you see all those commercials and stuff kind of come through the TV, that's exactly what's happening, right? So let's say if you're watching a football game, right, and then you see like an ad for Doritos or something, right? They're trying to get that content in front of people who they think might be interested in their product, right? The same way people are doing this every single day on things like YouTube, right? YouTubers are a perfect example of this, right? They work their butt off to build up an audience, right? Whether it's an audience that's just plugged into them, like, so there's certain YouTubers that all they do is just entertain people, right, through their channels, and so that's a great way that, you know, advertisers get in front of just a general audience. But if you kind of narrow down and create a, like, say, a YouTube channel around something specific, like a specific hobby or a niche, for example, like fishing as an example, right? And all you talk about is about fishing, and, you know, you talk about, you know, the best times to go fish. You could talk about maybe different tools and equipment you use, different fishing rods, different lures, and all that stuff that you use when you go out fishing, right? And you build up an audience of people who follow you because they know you as the fishing guy or girl, right? Then advertisers who maybe, you know, have fishing products that they want to sell, they will pay you money basically to get their ads in front of your audience, because your audience is the perfect audience for their product, right? And so that's a perfect way that you can actually make some passive income, right? So again, guys, keep in mind that it's going to take some time for you to build up that audience, right? But if you love fishing or you love a specific hobby and you just love creating content around it, then this is something that you're going to enjoy doing first of all, and then you're going to be getting paid for something that you already love to do. Let's talk about passive income method number 2, product creation. So let's say that you started up a YouTube channel, right? And it's something that has to do with a skill set that you have. For example, maybe you're a really awesome graphic designer, or maybe you're really, really good at video editing, or maybe you're really, really good at some other type of skill, okay, that you can teach other people through maybe tutorials and stuff like that on YouTube. So you start creating content, let's say around graphic design, right? How to use Photoshop really, really, really well, right? Maybe you show people this is how you can create some really cool text. This is how you can learn how to do some shading. This is how you can create a really cool YouTube channel thumbnail or something like that, right, guys? So you're teaching people all these cool little tutorials, and so you're going to start building up an audience of people who, you know, enjoy your content and obviously have an interest in graphic design. Right? So what you can do is you can go ahead and actually create a product that has to do or teaches them how to do graphic design. So whether you create a whole other product altogether, right, with a whole bunch of different content that maybe goes into more in-depth tutorials, or, you know, more detailed tutorials and stuff like that, or if you want to keep it super simple, what you can do is you can literally take all the videos that you've been uploading on YouTube and just put them all together inside of like a membership site and then sell that as a product, right? People will gladly do that. People don't want to sit there and maybe go through and find all your YouTube videos, but if you put them all together for them instead of a membership site and you have it organized in some sort of a way that makes sense, for example, like 10 different videos on how to do text, 10 different videos on how to do really cool shading techniques, 10 videos on how to whatever it is, right? You get the idea here. People will gladly pay you for that product, right? And so a product creation can be a really cool way for you to be able to make passive income, right? And people already can almost test drive your content by watching your YouTube videos, right? And so the YouTube videos is the content that helps them build like trust and sees that you know what you're talking about, and then they're going to buy your products because they love the content you're already creating, so they know that the stuff they're paying for is going to be top notch. All right, guys. So product creation is an awesome way for you to go ahead and actually create some passive income. So let's talk about passive income method number 3. So let's say hypothetically, guys, that you don't want to wait until you have a really big audience that you can leverage to get advertisers or promoters to advertise in front of, like in method number 1. And maybe you've never created a product before, and so it seems like an overwhelming thing, and you don't want to put in all that work before you know if it's going to even, you know, sell, right? Like in method number 2. Well, there is a third option, guys, and it's called affiliate marketing. And so affiliate marketing kind of combines the first 2 methods I've been talking about and puts them into one, and honestly will allow you to make money probably a lot faster than the first 2 methods. So let me explain how this kind of works. So affiliate marketing is really simple in terms of the business model. The idea really is that there's going to be a product or a service that you can promote to your audience, and anytime an audience member ends up buying or subscribes to that product or service, you will make a commission from it. So let me give you an example of how that will work. So let's say, for example, you created a YouTube channel all around music and artists and music videos and all that stuff. So you review people's music, you maybe talk about people and the new albums that are coming out, you talk about what's happening in artists' lives and all that stuff, right? And so people tune into your YouTube channel to know everything about music. Well, guess what? Apple actually has an affiliate marketing program for iTunes. And so if anybody subscribes to Apple Music, for example, under a 3-month trial, they will actually pay you a commission for it. Pretty cool, right? So you can get paid by their product by you just recommending it when you're talking about it in your video. And you've probably seen YouTubers do stuff like this before, right? Where they say, hey guys, if you want a free 3-month subscription to Apple Music, go ahead and click the link in my description. Does that sound familiar? It's because that they're actually affiliates for those programs and those services, right? And so that's a way that you can actually get paid, right? And you don't need as big of an audience like you do in method number 1, and you don't need to create your own product like in method number 2. So affiliate marketing is a really cool way that you can actually go ahead and start making some income, probably a lot faster than those first 2 methods. All right, guys. So hopefully this video has been pretty helpful in terms of helping you understand a little bit more about passive income, giving you some ideas of how you can start making passive income for yourself, and hopefully also dismiss some of the misconceptions around it. Now, if you'd like to learn a little bit more and get more into depth in terms of how affiliate marketing kind of works, guys, and because I think it's probably the fastest and the quickest way for you to start making money online passively, I'm going to leave a link in the description for you so you can go ahead and actually go into one of the courses that I actually have down there that'll actually walk you through how you can start your own affiliate marketing business, and more importantly, how to build your affiliate marketing business the right way, so that way you're able to create a predictable, scalable business right from the gate. All right, guys. So I really hope again that this video was helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.